What are some of the earliest signs that a child may be struggling with auditory processing rather than simply being inattentive or stubborn?
Right. So, in the first year of life, we really don't have inattentive or stubborn. If we are, but kids that aren't being played with and stimulated auditorily, for instance, they're given the phone instead of, to scroll through, instead of having a conversation with somebody or, and through play is the way. And so we start seeing a child that isn't attentive to sound, but that's because we're not developing that, right? So the two go hand in hand. But when the child doesn't look for the auditory information, you turn on music and they just sit there and they're not looking to see where it's coming from. Those are our first signs. Or you say, oh, where's your bottle? And all of a sudden they're not looking or associating that. So that might be the message isn't coming up clearly.
Yeah.
And so that could be eventually an auditory processing disorder. But when we get to year one, and the child should start following one-step directions. Oh, where are your shoes? Let's get your shoes. Then if they're not doing that kind of follow through, then we might start suspecting that this might be an auditory language processing difficulty. And then as we go through, by 2 years old, we want them following two-step directions. Go get your shoes and your coat.
Mm.
That's two pieces. So we start seeing children not reaching their language milestones, and we start saying, is that language processing, or does it go back to auditory to language?
Hmm. So, is this at all correlated with calling your child's name and them not responding?
Yes. So thank you for that. Yes. So in the beginning, their head whips around when you say anything, right? But when you say their name, which is much later, right? It's about, 6 to 9 months, we start them recognizing their name. That's discrimination, right? That's being able to hear the difference between Lois and Anna Marie,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Right. And so if, I'm not going to turn when I hear Anna Marie, but I'll turn when I hear Lois, I have to
Mhm.
hear the differences between those two words and know that Lois is me. And again, that comes through play of
Mhm.
identifying that. If a child's not doing that, then that's another sign. Wow.